Hey there, welcome to Binder Minder. I'm gonna check out hey there, welcome to Binder Minder. So I went to the pre-release for Aetherdrift last week. Had a good time with my wife, but I haven't really opened up anything since then, and finally got in a few things. Excited to check out the Finish Line bundle here. It's a kind of a controversial set. You know, there's been people that have been not big fans with the art. They say it kind of looks like an unset. Some of the borderless cards and stuff with that Rat Fink artwork, it's not really everyone's cup of tea, but I dig it. I kind of like it. It's the old card guy in me likes the styling and stuff, so I'm kind of curious. I'm excited about some of the cards from this set. Obviously, you have the Japan showcases and stuff with the standard and the fractal foil with English and Japanese language text as well. There's box toppers. The box toppers have the gold trim, and you get 2 cards. You get a land, which could be a special land and a regular land, and then you have one of the rares or mythics or the rare lands and stuff. Also, the special guests are in the box toppers. So there's quite a few things that are available in the box toppers, which the Finish Line bundles do include. And then also you can get the box toppers in the Play Booster box and the Collector Booster box as well. But yeah, so let's check out the Finish Line bundle. This is kind of like one of the gift bundles that previous sets have had. They just kind of themed it out a little bit more in line with the set, similar to how they did with Duskmore. But this time around, though, they didn't wait a month and let it get released after. So it's launching with the set and everything. You get 6 Play Booster boxes, or Play Booster packs. You get 2 collector boosters and the box topper that I mentioned. Of course, you get the box, and then they have some extended art lands, you know, your regular lands, including some of the what they call the Finish Line foil, which is the gold foiling. And you have the special oversized spin downs. So let's go ahead and dive in and check this thing out. Like I said, with the gift bundles and stuff, with the bundle boxes, they always have a little bit of a foil finish as opposed to the standard boxes that don't have that foil in them. They kind of deck the whole thing out. It's got a little bit of the Mad Maxi car artwork on there. You definitely won't miss it, you know. It definitely fits the theme. Let's see. So you get a set of stickers. These are all the mana symbols. I don't know that everybody's going to be excited about these things, but when I've seen these, they do look kind of interesting as a way to maybe, you know, throw on a deck box, so you know which one's which, especially if you have a monocolored deck, you know. These bundles, they don't have the divider that used to come in there. They've kind of come back on a lot of the stuff like that. You do still get this whole insert. It's got all the punch outs and stuff for +1/+1 counters, the little dividers, Planeswalker indicator and stuff like that, and all, you know, stun, all your different, you know, indicators and whatnot. These are you don't think about these being nice, but they do come in handy sometimes. So that said, I don't think we need this. Our packs. So this die, so these are a little bit bigger than what you normally see. The bundles have a bigger spin down than the pre-releases do. But from what I've seen, and this isn't as bad, but some of these, the quality is just terrible. I think that they tried to get a little too fancy with this checkered flag finish here, the design, and it has a lot of errors, you know. This one doesn't look too bad. The numbers, though, are really, really small. Like, this is a big die, but that's a very small number. Probably not very useful for being able to read it, though. So we got the box topper. Then I'll put these aside. Then we get the pack of lands. Get all your instructions. So these are the 3 extended art lands promos that you get. All 3 of the raceways and stuff that have the max speed. It's really cool that they included these, because these are pretty important if you're trying to go for this max speed builds and stuff like that. You're probably going to want to use 1 or 2 of these, and these still have some value. I don't know if they're going to hold value long term. I do know that this one right here, though, is kind of cool. It's a basically, you know, even if you're not running, start your engines. This thing starts, you know, and you play this. I mean, it's comes in untapped, and it taps for 1 mana all the time, and then, you know, 4 rounds later, assuming you hit people, you can end up tapping it for 2 mana. So, you know, given that it's significantly cheaper, this might be one of those cheap pickups in the future as the way to get a little bit extra mana, and it's not even doing damage to you like an Ancient Tomb. The basic lands, nothing too crazy with them. You know, they are foil. A lot of different artwork, though. I mean, 3 different artworks for each one of them. And then you have the finish line foils. So, I know a lot of people were really worried about these when they posted up all the finish line pictures with those yellow images. And I mean, it is in person. It is better. It is still a little bit more yellow than I would have expected. I was pretty excited for these. I thought that gold trim, not only does it kind of fit, it's on brand with the, you know, the racing, but it's also one of those things where I thought that, you know, the gold could be kind of a cool, you know, a cool way to bling out your deck. You know, I'm a big fan of the old gold trim, like the winter decks and stuff like that, with the plain non-foil gold trim, and then like the collector, the old the anniversary edition sets and stuff like that with that gold trim. So I think those are kind of cool, even though they're not legal cards technically. And so I was kind of excited that maybe they'd have a cool gold setup here, and these do work. They don't look too bad. The point of view lands themselves, I think that it's really gonna depend on your what you like. I think if you're building a vehicle deck, these are definitely gonna be the way to go. But I don't see myself running these point of view lands in a lot of my other decks. It's probably something I'll just use in a random deck that I'm not trying to theme out specifically. These, though, I'm definitely gonna hang on to these. So we'll do the collector boosters last. Well, box topper last. We'll run through these play boosters. They do have art cards, not all of them. Kind of cool, the signed one. So your rares are right up in front, right after your foil. And we got a fearless swashbuckler, the fish pirate. And a Dragonautics engineer. just use the pull tabs. Not particularly a fan of the pull tabs. They kind of catch. They never seem to want to go all the way down. Some tokens. Siddharma Masked Racer. Haunted Network. Here's actually kind of a cool card for an uncommon. Like I said, people, like I said earlier, a lot of the artwork, people think that, this is very unset, and they're not wrong. It is a little bit more colorful and a little bit more fun than some of the other sets. There are some cards that have more of a traditional artwork in them, but you can see there's something a little bit unique with some of the artwork that they use with this set. Might just be, Magic targeting a younger audience. Bestow Greatness. Slipping in the pups. It does look like an unset card. That said, we got our first Verge. It's pretty cool to catch. These Verges are an awesome land series. So far we've gotten, so in Duskmorn we had the first 5, and then this is the second 5, but there's still another 10 with the way that these have to flip. So they could do another set that's going to have plains and tap, then get a swamp later on. This set does not have anything that's all that exciting as far as commons. There's no breaks the rules cards or anything like that, which are always my favorites. Those always have a ton of value as well. There is one uncommon currently that is worth more than $1, and that's the extent of it. Everything's pretty much into rares, mythics. That uncommon, by the way, is the Marauding Mako. It was up over $2, but it's already dropped down a little bit, and I imagine that's going to keep dropping as well. Alright, another art card. Lightning Strikes. So look at the significantly different artwork for the Lightning Strikes. Which, like I said, I personally like that when we see a lot of different artwork. It gives people options. If you're building a deck, you give more options as far as to find something that matches your style, Gas Guzzler, you got the Ben Stiller artwork. On to the next pack. I think it's kind of interesting though, the packs, you got Chandra here, but then the collector boosters have the Aether Spark artwork. So it's not really matching. It's similar with the same colors and everything, but more. Finally got a full art land there in the regular packs. Voyager Glide card. I don't know. Did any of you guys play in the pre-release? Have you played any of the limited since the launch? Like I said, I know it's a controversial set. Even at the pre-release for me, there were people that were not happy with it, and there's some people that were really excited about it. Personally, I think I'm kind of excited because you got more artifacts and stuff. It's kind of the set feels a little different than the last few sets, even though it's not as magic-y. So here's your Start Your Engines card. Pre-releases do come with these. Just let you keep track of it and then flip it over. Got max speed. So we got a Bloodghast and Count on Luck. Bloodghast, of course, it's got landfall. Whenever land you control enters, you may return this card from your graveyard to the battlefield. This is not a new card, it's a reprint, but it does have some unique artwork. I don't know what about this makes it a vampire or a spirit. Don't really hate the artwork independently. I don't know that it's the ideal artwork for this card though. Got another one of the Raceways. Nothing, like I said, nothing too crazy. In the uncommons, commons, really nothing to look for in there as far as value. Obviously, I think there's some cards in there that should be fun to play. So we'll keep the Verge set aside. All right, our first collector booster. Collector boosters, you still get a token, but they are foil tokens. Our first card is, this would be where you'd find the Japanese Showcase or the serial numbered Aetherspark, which is the only serial number card in this set. It's a cool looking foil. I do like this artwork. I like the Ratfink artwork as well, but these borderless cards, it's kind of my style. But I also like a lot of the crazy, I like the ugly cards. You know, if you like traditional Magic cards, it's not necessarily the stuff that I'm looking at, you know. Hazoret Godseeker, Demonic Junker. So here's what we're talking about. This isn't Ratfink, but again, the crazy artwork. I like the colors. Adaptive Omni Tool, Afterburner Expert. And then we get into the uncommons. There's going to be 2 uncommons with this borderless, and then we, get to our land and go into the rest of the stuff. So we got Earth Rumbler and Ravager's Aetherdrift Hive. For Point of View Mountain. And then nothing too crazy after that. One more collector booster here. See if we have any luck. So the way the collector booster boxes work is there's a showcase, Japanese showcase in every collector booster box, and then for every case, which is 6 boxes, there's usually 1 fracture foil that'll be in addition to the regular Japanese showcase. There's also special guest cards, which I think there's 10 of. I'm always on the lookout for the special guest cards. I do collect all those, and I was fortunate enough to get one during my pre-release. I got Chandra's Ignition, but I'd love to get that Chrome Mox, of course. Not something I really want to throw the money down for the collection, but let's see what we got. So we got a rare, and it's not a Japanese showcase. Demonic Junker. You already got that once. Now the rare, Samat, the Driving Force. Debris Beetle, Pima Trailblazer, Explosive Getaway, and then we get into the uncommons, Rover Blades and Rover Blades again, foil and then the non-foil. Tell you what, 2 collector boosters, we did not really hit any hits, nothing standing out. And same thing with our 6 play boosters, really. Alright. Hopefully we make up for it in the box topper, which we can pull this open, but just to be safe, these things can be kind of a pain to pull, and you can, since there's only the 2 cards in there, you can bend them. So I've already dropped it down. I'll just go ahead and cut the top off of this thing. That way we don't damage it. Just in case we got lucky enough to get something good. I'd really hate to have something good and then have it be all messed up. So I'm going to flip this over. On top is going to be the land. So we get a point of view land. What's interesting though is with these lands, they actually have what they call the so they have the point of view, and then they have a oh my goodness, I went blank. They have a second land there, where with different unique artwork, and it's a 1 in 5 chance. Which you think about it, that's 1 in 5 chance, and it's only in a box topper, so those are actually pretty rare. So 1 in 5 chance to get a mountain version of it out of the mountains, and then plus the other 5 lands as well. So the odds of getting those are like 1 in 125 or something like that. It gets a little crazy as far as the odds go, especially when you consider it's just a box topper. It's not packed. So anyhow, let's see what we got. Did we get a mythic? No. We're really not hitting the good stuff on this one, huh? So we got a Dragon Onyx Engineer. It's a cool looking card. It's a borderless one. So some of these cards do have a borderless one where they have, as opposed to the standard version. And I do think that the borderless gold cards look a lot better as well. So this one's not too bad looking. But obviously none of the huge hits in the set. Nothing to write home about, unfortunately. I did get a good deal on this set, but I don't think our totals are going to total up here. 1 Verge land. Can't really complain about those, though. Anyhow, thank you for watching. I will be back. We're going to take a look at a collector booster box as well. Dive in and get a full look. Maybe I have a little bit better luck with that, right? Hopefully.